Here we are with some more Bant Eternal Return. I'm eternally here with Eternal Return. Alright, let's play first. Oh man, I keep having these absolutely miserable hands. I'll mull this. This is much better, and I will bottom. I'll bottom Mystic Sanctuary. I can always use the Ewit with the Aether Vial to pick up the Flooded Strand if I'm really stuck on lands for a long time, which I hope I'm not. Wow. Snapcaster Mage is goodbye, and Force Negation said no more Aether Vial for you either. Opponent puts himself down a card to make it so that I don't have uncounterable creatures for the majority of this game. But I say, I don't care, opponent. I'm just going to play it anyway. They bottomed 2 off the Serum Visions. Normally the second Aether Vial is not a good drop. My opponent already put himself down with that snap, so I'm happy with that. Yes. Fortunately, very far off Death Touch, but I'm just using this as a cycler that puts something into play. That was actually really good. I was doing it right then and there to see if I could hit a land drop. But that's kind of like a land drop with the Vial already on 1. So I feel like I'm up against fairies. I don't particularly like that. I want to fairy, right? Yeah. Because I could Ewit to keep an extra threat in play, but I don't know if that's necessarily relevant. Another force. Okay. Well, let's ping Liliana for 2 and pass turn. I have food to pitch to Liliana. Liliana will go up to 3. Alright. Is this just blue-black control then? Alright. I like it. Good question, why not Grixis so you can get access to Euro's compatriot? Because these escape creatures are really, really good. I want to draw a fetch land. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I want to draw a fetch land if I can. So if opponent drew an unrelevant spell, I feel like I'm pretty well off here. It's not an unrelevant spell, plus the Lily, minus the Narset, and they're doing pretty well. Okay. Narset's really, really good. And I actually am one of the few people, I think, who like Lily and Jace together. Some people think they don't work well together because Jace keeps your hand full. And Liliana wants her hand empty. I think what I want to do here is Ewit, buy back Ewit, cast Ewit, and pick up the Flooded Strand. And now I have a decent board presence, especially against Jace. My opponent does have a couple digs for a board wipe, which would effectively wipe me out of this game. Which is a big reason why I wanted to make sure I picked up a land there. If they kill this Noble Hierarch and I'm kind of, I can't cast non-creature spells, so I'll just build the Vial for the rest of the game. I want to put myself in a spot where I can eventually cast this Euro. Sure. One top, one bottom. Jason Drown in hand. Counter target spell with converted mana cost less than or equal to the number of cards in its controller's graveyard. So I can cast Sword, and my opponent can't counter it. I like that. Let's attack first. Narset, you. You can protect your Narset here, but then you're exposing, you have no counter magic up against me. Yep. So it must be a puzzle box deck because I feel like they cared a little bit too much about the Narset. Creeping Tar Pit will become blue-black, so Sword is pretty good against it. It's not like they can surprise block. Fate Sealing me? Okay. I feel like that makes sense if my opponent drew a Fatal Push or a Dismember or something like that. They kept a card on top. Well, let's just shuffle it away anyway. There's no need to give my opponent that extra information. I don't think Death Touch is going to be super important this game. Okay, no to both. I feel like I'm pretty far ahead here. Like if my opponent draws a damnation, I'm not. But other than that, I feel pretty good about the board state. You will attack them to any target, and you will attack Jace. No, you will attack Narset. Then I can draw off the sword, and I can draw off the Coatl, and I can feel a little bit more comfortable here. I didn't like the idea of leaving my opponent with Jason play, but if all they're going to do is Fate Seal, I don't feel as bad about it. And now I have Force of Negation backup for a Dismember, so I feel pretty happy about that. Fatal Push on my Ewit. Yeah, that's fine. I still have my sword in play, I can just equip it. It's either good discipline for my opponent for not brainstorming, or it's very aggressive. I don't know. Okay. No. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't have enough mana to cast a fairy. So I think I'm going to do is sword on the Ice Fang. Three, 3, 4, 4. It's fine. Now I know what my opponent's card is. So Fate Sealing makes a little more sense now. Yep, that's fine. I'm fine with that trade. Force would be good. No? Okay. I'm set up so as long as Sword of Fire and Ice and one creature's in play, I can win. They can unsummon one, right? So they have to have a removal spell here. Okay? Well, they can't actually unsummon the Ice Fang. They could unsummon the Noble, and they still need like a Fatal Push. Either way, they need 2 removal spells, or 1 removal spell in addition to the Jace. So they can be digging for something pretty relevant here, but I don't, unless it's like a Damnation. That's not going to help. Tarpit doesn't help. Cryptic would help, obviously, but I haven't seen that yet from my opponent. And Cryptic and Liliana are actually cards that I don't think go super well together. You can put a couple in, but not like load up your whole deck with it. Force my opponent's hand now, and I still have enough mana. They don't know it yet, but yep, that's fine. And here's my 4 damage. Oh, 5. Okay. This is a good game. I liked this. This is a better matchup than like Team of Reclamation. Even though we won that one. Only because of the clock. Spoilers. That was a grueling one. So we're up a game. Blue-black control. I like my Jace. Teferi seems amazing here. Vendilion Click seems amazing. Scooz is probably decent. Veil's good. Celestial Purge gets rid of Liliana, which is actually troublesome. I didn't see too much else that I'd really be interested in there. Batterskull's okay. It still just is a 4/4. I like Noble Hierarchy here a lot. Don't want paths. Time Warp's probably a bit greedy in a control matchup, but this is a control matchup where they want us to both be Hellbent. They have Thoughtseize, they have Liliana, and Time Warp can kind of is a great top deck in those particular spots. I don't know. I think I want Time Warp more than my 4th Cryptic. I could be crazy. I just love the card. Okay, we'll see how good that Celestial Purge is here. I'll keep this hand. It's full of. It's got mana I can cast my spells with. It's got a bomb and Teferi. That's the bomb for this matchup, and I have 2 cyclers. So I like this hand a lot. I'm not going to play around Shadow of Doubt. Even though my opponent would be reasonable to bring that in, because I did basically show them that I am a Stoneforge deck. I think what I'm going to do is Coatl, and I'm okay with wasting one of these Coatls on a force if need be. I want to resolve Teferi. It's probably the most important thing for me to do here. I'm assuming my opponent's got Puzzle Box. It's got to be like one of their win conditions, which Teferi's good against, so... Serum Vision is just so much worse in most cases, in my opinion, than Mishra's Bauble. 2 cards on top. Like in this case, I don't know. Mishra's Bauble just costing 0 mana is just so good. And it works so well with fetch lands, which most decks are already running anyway. It's better with Liana of the Veil. Okay, I like Scoos. So I can't actually force on my turn. So do I drop to Fairy and Prey? I think I do. That's fine. Man, now I'm going to be happy when I draw that Time Warp. Instant speed Time Warp! If they have a Hero's Downfall, I'll just sacrifice a Coatl to force it. If they drop a Liliana, I think I let it resolve, and then I purge it. Narset. I'm going to say no to Narset. I feel like Narset's too important for their strategy here. Next turn I can minus to Fairy, and I'm out of like a Snapcaster raid, so I can minus him for no value if I want to just draw a card, which I might. That kind of stinks. I didn't like the 1-for-1 with Snap there, but okay. Guess I could have done that after. Give my opponent a little bit more information. Whiffed. Oh, poor opponent. Poor opponent. Okay. What do I want to do here? Whatever I don't want to Jace Brainstorm here. That'd be dumb. So let's Jace. Peek at the top. You can keep that on top. Gives them card selection to get out, to get draw to something they're wanting, but I can just Jace Fate Seal away. They would have to like scry 2 to the top for me not to do that. Plague Engineer. Okay, well, that's what my Celestial Purge is for, so this is fine. I gotta say, I like my opponent's deck like a lot. Put Creeping Tar Pit. Oh, there it is. On the bottom. actually have to think about this. So he's a while off from ulting. I have to deal with this Narset. I was going to Celestial Purge the Plague Engineer, but I guess what I could do is bounce the Plague Engineer to buy myself another turn. In that case, I can always Celestial Purge the Tar Pit. Just keep the Purge on top. I can always pick it back up with Mystic Sanctuary. Pick back up the Celestial Purge. Keep the Creeping Tar Pit. Ugh, I am sorry. That was silly there. I guess I didn't plus my Teferi. That was a sloppy turn. I need a Euro, is what I need to be able to beat through my opponent here. I'm happy with that. Put Field of Ruin on the bottom. Nope, you can keep Field of Ruin. And I have my Celestial Purge to kill your Creeping Tar Pit while I try to ride this Jace to victory. So attack, they'll play that one, attack. I think I'll just keep it on top. I mean, it's just a land at this point. I really need an answer to that Narset, which is kind of annoying that I haven't been able to draw a creature in a long time. But I guess I have my win condition in play, and I just need to protect it. Okay, there's a Creeping Tar Pit. I have a Purge and a Force, which I can do both. And I feel pretty in control here. I have Force, 1, 2, 3. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 available mana. I think I'm just going to plus because the ult will win me the game. Put this on the bottom. No. And play Ewit. Maybe I'll pick back up that Purge. And then I kind of seal the game here. Wish I had one more mana because then I could Purge and Force, but I guess I don't need to have a counterspell because of the Teferi. Man, Celestial Purge is winning this game. That's fine. Let's ult Jace. Jace is ulted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 available mana. I guess I just play Batter Skull and plus the fairy. Opponent playing it out. Just curious what the last card is. Yeah, let's put it on the bottom. And good game, opponent. Who can resist drawing a card right there, right? Good game against blue-black control. I'll see you guys in the next one.